The accounting profession's changing fast, shifting, it's disruptive. Private equity AI is changing the game, and the future is not going to be built just by the technology and the tools. It's going to be built by people, by leaders, by stories. Welcome to the very first episode of Leaders of the Ledger, a brand new show from CPA Practice Advisor. But this show, it's different. This one's about the people. So Leaders of the Ledger is going to be where we highlight the pioneers, the disruptors. These people are not pushing themselves into the limelight. They do get recognition. This show is to give these people a platform because they're making an impact, from the firms themselves to the individuals that are actually shaping the future of the accounting profession. If you don't know me, I've been in this space for a while. I've interviewed thousands of professionals across accounting, fintech, consulting, professional services. I've chaired many conferences, hosted panels. We don't want this to be just a show. We want it to be a stage where we can shine a light on good people. So welcome to Leaders of the Ledger. Welcome to the very first episode of Leaders of the Ledger, a brand new show from CPA Practice Advisor. This is not a tech podcast. Let's get that clear from the start. If you're looking for reviews of the latest accounting tools, updates from various events that are going on in the accounting space, insights on the firm's tech stack, if you want all of those kind of newsy type stuff, you've got a show for that. It's called the Accounting Technology Lab, hosted by the brilliant Randy Johnson, Brian Tankersley, two of the sharpest minds in the accounting technology space. I listen to that show myself. It's brought to you by CPA Practice Advisor, and every week they bring you serious knowledge to the table on the tech side. But this show, it's different. This one's about the people, the real leaders inside the profession, the disruptors, the culture builders, the rainmakers, the ones who are moving accounting forward, not with code and tech, but with courage and vision. Leaders of the Ledger is where we shift the spotlight from the tools to the talent, from the systems to the stories, from the firms themselves to the individuals that are actually shaping the future of the accounting profession. Now, you may already know CPA Practice Advisor. They're the engine room behind these. These are the go-to resources for technology practice management in the accounting world, and their legacy runs deep. While I'm in the UK, and bring an international voice to this. They've been established in North America for some time. So they started back in 1991 as CPA Software News, and then evolved into CPA Technology Advisor, and finally into the powerhouse it is today, CPA Practice Advisor. It's now a digital-first media platform, serves thousands of accounting professionals worldwide. You can check it out at cpapracticeadvisor.com. You get daily news, practice growth, deep dive reviews, tools, strategies, and CP credit if you want to stay smart and stay relevant, get compliant. But here, what's new with this show is that they partnered with me, I'm Rob Brown, to host Leaders of the Ledger show, which is going to be about the people behind the technology, the people behind the profession. So not the software, not the regulations, not the frameworks. This is the people. Because for all the talk of AI and tech stacks and workflow automation, there's stuff I know a little bit about, but not as much as Brian and Randy. The biggest game changer in accounting today is human, isn't it? It's leadership, it's culture, it's vision, it's influence, relevance, it's relationships. And that's what this show is here to capture. Because I want to elevate the voices that don't always make it to the keynote conferences or the press release. These are often unsung heroes. And the show is to give these people a platform because they're making an impact. They're doing things on the bleeding edge inside their firms, inside industry, inside whatever organization they're running, they're partnering with, and they're giving you insights from clients, from teams, from the communities they're involved in, from the mentors and coaches that have spoken into their lives. And I'm proud to be your host and guide for this journey. If you don't know me, I've been in this space for a while. I've interviewed thousands of professionals across accounting, fintech, consulting, professional services. I've chaired many conferences, hosted panels. I spend a lot of my time now helping smart professionals, probably like you, build their personal brands by interviewing them regularly and turning those into video snippets and thought leadership pieces, but done in a personality-led style to build their personal brand, give them visibility, influence, and keep them relevant in the profession. And this show is a natural extension of that work because this is not about the noise and the hype. It's about clarity. It's about honest conversations with real people who are doing the work and leading the line with intent, with purpose, with mission. So leaders of the ledger is going to be where we highlight the pioneers, the disruptors, the voices that we don't always hear, but maybe we should, because these people are not pushing themselves into the limelight. They do get recognition for what they do, and they've got the attention of others, but they're not all self-nominating. People are putting them forward as influencers. So I'm going to be interviewing some of the profession's most visible and sometimes not so visible people. Some of them are going to be from CPA Practice Advisors, 40 under 40, 20 under 40 lists, people with stories to tell, causes to champion, lessons to share. We'll be delving into other influencer lists as well, because these are people that are blazing a trail. So we want to hit a show here that's around the human side of accounting, the leadership side, the strategy side, the career side, the journey, the struggles, the wins, the people who are asking better questions. They're building better firms. Some of them are entrepreneurial and doing their own thing. Some of them work for firms that are in the ranks working for the man. But these people are doing something different. They are a shining light. They are telling a good story. They're taking some smart risks. They're saying things that matter. They want to elevate the profession. They want to elevate what's good in accounting. They want to be an ambassador of the brand of accounting. And my style is not to sugarcoat interviews here. They're not scripted. I don't give the guests questions in advance that they're going to be answering. These are real conversations. And we'll be talking about what excites them, what they feel is broken, what they feel is working, what comes next. And here's the difference. This show at the intersection of three powerful communities. Number one, the CPA Practice Advisor audience. Thousands of firm leaders, professionals, practitioners, they read, watch, and engage with the CPA PA content every single day. So that's your first community. Second is the RightWorks community. If you've not come across that, they're the owners of CPA Practice Advisor, and they've got a brilliant hub for growth-minded professionals to learn and share and elevate their practice. So they've got over 5,000 members. I've been working with them for some time now. A brilliant outfit, really shining a light on the profession, bringing people together, teaching, coaching, peer groups, events, all designed to help accountants and influencers thrive in a fast-changing profession. And the third is a growing ecosystem of accounting influencers. And we're doing some quarterly speed networking events virtually to bring those together. We've got 200 registered for our next one in September 2025 and quarterly from there. So reach out to me on LinkedIn if you want an invitation to that one. No charge for those. But there are people who want to peer over the garden wall. They want to look in the bait boxes and the medicine cabinets of others and find out what's going on, who's doing what. And we invite to that vendors, coaches, consultants, trainers, practitioners, leaders in North America. These are people that are shaping the narrative. They're talking on LinkedIn. They've got stages. They're inside and outside firms and across the vendor landscape. And that is the third community. And we're bringing all of these together because this show sits at the center of all three. So what can you expect? Well, some interviews, some panels. We'll invite a few people and hit a topic. We'll do some bold takes. I'll hopefully be answering some questions myself, but generally asking the questions that others don't ask. So we'll cover leadership, legacy, burnout, balance, pricing models, comp, M&A, talent, bit of tech, succession strategy. But above all, it's about influence. It's about leaders of the ledger, because this profession needs to tell a better story. I'm a self-confessed non-accountant. I'm partly qualified. I started a degree in accounting. I've got a diploma, but I qualified as a teacher. I was a high school math teacher for 8 years, 4 in Hong Kong, 4 in the UK, and I've been to 48 US states. You might be able to guess the 2 that I haven't been to.
And I love accounting.
Accounting. Yes, I get the numbers, but not to the extent you probably do. I'm not as technical as you are. I'm not as technological as you are, but I love shining a light on the stories. So I want to feature the firm leaders and help the profession with visibility, credibility, and these human voices, these personalities. Some will be leading firms. Some will be in the vendor and tech side. Some will be consultants, educators, voices from the broader accounting ecosystem, people who have shaped or are shaping the profession, future leaders, future influencers. And we'll hit the tough stuff. We'll talk about private equity. We'll talk about CAS and advisory and culture and burnout and the war for talent and the leadership pipeline. and what AI is doing and the broken bits of the system that nobody wants to fix or knows how to fix, and the people who are doing their best to play their part. And it's not polished. It's not gilt edged. I'm not here to run the bios. I'm just here to keep it real. And who is this show for? Well, hopefully for you, if you are a managing partner, a leader, a rising leader, you head up a team, you own a practice, if you're building a brand, growing something, launching something, navigating change, shaping culture, this show is for you. And if you're not in any of those positions, but you aspire to be, you're leading from the middle, you're leading from lower down the ranks, you are pushing upwards and trying to drive change, this is for you also. And you might also be tired of the noise, the hype, the big names, the ones that have been around for many, many years. We're trying to champion the new generation coming through, the people that are reshaping accounting in the new world that we're in, the very disruptive world that we're in. So we want to get beyond the shallow industry chatter, the backslapping, the old voices, the old messages. No disrespect to those people. There's a lot of great influencers in the space. But we want to signal the under-acknowledged champions, and less noise, less hype, more reality. That's where this podcast is heading. Hopefully you've been waiting for something like this. Each episode short, 20, 25 minutes max, hopefully worth your time. We'll drop them weekly. Some will be solo interviews with me and a guest. Some will be panels. Like I said, they'll be fast paced. We'll hit the ideas, the trends, the visions, and the industry shifts. I'll try and make it actionable for you and human-centered and real. And where do you tune in? Well, we're going to be on YouTube because these days podcasting is as much a visual as it is an audio. I watched a brilliant Joe Rogan podcast recently where he interviewed Bernie Sanders. You'll know him as the politician, but over a couple of hours, actually flew by. But it was on YouTube. So I watched a couple of older white guys just talking to each other. But podcasting is very much a visual thing now, isn't it? So visibility matters, presence matters. So you're going to see the faces behind the voices shaping the profession. Your call to action here as I wrap up with this introductory episode that lays the ground rules and sets the vision is get involved. If you're one of those people with something to say, get in touch with me, reach out to me on LinkedIn. We might get you on the show. If you are building a brand, running a firm, leading change, shaping culture, this is for you. I'd love to hear your thoughts on what we're talking about and who we've got on. If you're not doing those things yet, but you are emerging, stick around because we'll show you how to build your personal brand by shining a light on inspirational people in accounting who are doing great things in their own way and making their difference in the accounting space. So subscribe wherever you get your podcasts, full video episodes on YouTube. Search for Leaders of the Ledger, bookmark CPA Practice Advisor because the show will be on there as well. Rightworks will be featuring it, I'm sure, in one way or another. And if you want to support the show, we'd love you to share it, show it, tag it, rate it, post a clip. This is how we build momentum, isn't it, with something new? And we want to showcase progress and presence and personalities and power, not necessarily from job titles, but from people that have the courage to step out, do something a bit different, make a little bit of noise in their own way. And let's talk. If you're a sponsor or a brand that wants to align with what we're doing here, get in touch as well. We could potentially collaborate on that. We don't want this to be just a show. We want it to be a stage where we can shine a light on good people. The accounting profession's changing fast, shifting. It's disruptive. Private equity AI is changing the game. And the future is not going to be built just by the technology and the tools. It's going to be built by people, by leaders, by stories. So welcome to Leaders of the Ledger. Let's amplify the voices that matter. I'm your host, Rob Brown. We'll see you on the very next episode.